Welcome to DEFCON 3. I'm KT McFarland. The United States and our allies are trying yet again to make progress in talks with Iran over their controversial nuclear program. While all sides agreed to step up efforts to reach a political agreement by the end of March, well, is a full-blown deal in sight? Joining us with reaction is Dr. Michael Ledeen from the Foundation for the Defense of Democracy. Thanks for joining us, Michael. Let me ask you, is there a deal in sight?
I don't think so. The Supreme Leader, Ali Khamenei, does not want to deal with the United States. Not at all. I mean, there are some deals that he might accept. That is, if we totally surrender. But a deal that people would view as a good deal, a fair deal, a deal that gets us where we want to get is not in sight. He does not want it.
Okay, so no deal. Then what does that mean? Where are we if there is absolutely no deal, if these negotiations just stretch out, stretch out, stretch out? Does Iran get nuclear weapons?
Iran may get nuclear weapons. I'm not so smart that I know all the details of what they are doing. But all the news we get out of Iran suggests that they're speeding ahead as desperately and as fast as they can. And what happens if there's no deal? I suppose the administration will want to continue as before. More extensions, more negotiations, keep talking. Talk is good, they think, and so forth. So the Iranians will keep expanding their centrifuges and building new light and heavy water reactors and all of that stuff, and building bigger and better and more accurate missiles.
Now, you know, Michael, the argument was that Iran wanted to join the world economy. Its economy was in bad shape. It was causing them political problems at home, and so we would lift the sanctions would be the deal. But hasn't the Iranian economy recovered because of the partial lifting of sanctions? So hasn't that taken the pressure off of any kind of a deal?
Yeah, certainly there's less economic pressure than there used to be. All the Europeans, all the Asians are back and forth to Tehran every day making deals. But, you know, the regime doesn't care about the people. So if the people have one chicken a month instead of one chicken a week, they don't care. They've got plenty of money for their own nefarious purposes.
But, Michael, what about the collapse? We've seen in the last couple of months the absolute collapse of oil prices. Iran needs high oil prices to pay for its government. At a certain point, isn't this going to impact the political stability of the regime if the people maybe get no chickens a month?
I don't believe that revolutions are caused by misery. I think that if misery caused revolution, we'd have revolution in North Korea, for example. I think that politics is an independent variable, and I think that people hate the regime, and the regime knows it. And I don't think the level of income is going to be determinant. I think it'll be other things. I think it'll be political things. I think it's if the opposition ever starts getting support from the Western world.
Now, a few years ago, people were talking about a potential attack on Iran's nuclear facilities, an attack either by Iran, by the West, by NATO, by the United States. Do you think that is still an issue? We say it's on the table, but do you think it's realistic?
I've always believed that if the day ever comes that the head of Israeli military intelligence tells the prime minister, we've got 2 months or 3 months or something like that, that Israel has to act. As to the rest of the Western world, I don't believe there's any inclination to do anything.
So let's take it to that point, and if Israel does, as you say, feel that it's got 2 months and then it acts in that 2-month period and attacks Iran, then what happens?
Depends how they attack, how effective the attack is, and what the political fallout from the attack is, and nobody knows that.
So it sounds like we're entering another just wait forever period with negotiations in Iran.
Look, the main facts are that the regime is not stable. There's lots of infighting going on. The Supreme Leader is sick and probably dying. The various factions, and I can get you up to 7 or 8 or 9 different factions inside the regime, they're all fighting each other like topsy. Mm-hmm. The war in Syria is producing a lot of Iranian casualties. The Iranian people don't like that. Parts of the military don't like it. It's very explosive. Don't forget that Machiavelli said that tyranny is the least stable form of government.
Well said. Thank you, Dr. Michael Ledeen from the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies. And for more on this developing story, stay with FoxNews.com. I'm KT McFarland, and thanks for watching DEF CON 3.